from Hong Kong and China entering the ground. Please leave the building below to the players.
홍콩전과 두 선수들이 입장을 하고 있습니다. 관중 여러분을 위해 스탠드가 박수 부탁드립니다.
Game 28 of the tournament, game 4 today. This is an important game. Neighbours Hong Kong, big sister, little sister you might say, are taking on China. Two teams yesterday, China undefeated, Hong Kong with the one loss to Japan. And this will decide who's going through to play Japan in the cup final later. Eunice Tay from Singapore is our match official. And this should be a cracker.
There really is nothing between these two teams. They've both beaten each other on previous occasions. Should be a great match.
The speed, the size of China versus the guile and efficiency of Hong Kong. And Christy Cheng, the skipper, has just knocked that on, unfortunately, from the kickoff. So early chance for China with a set piece. And look out for number 4 with the ball in her hand, Zhao Ying. 5 tries already, 8 in leg 1.
They're very fit, China. Well drilled. They continue to improve at each one of the tournaments.
Going in hard there is the China front row, and scooting round the side there, Nam Kar Man puts some pressure on and then goes in for a second bite at Yu, pulls her to ground. And now watch this passing. Here goes Zhao. She's a threat. Chucks it behind Yu Li Ping on this occasion. Adrian Garvey wrestles her to the ground. Away by Yu again. They're behind the gain line now, but they've got some width going. Here goes Zhao. Look at her go. Sorry, this is Xu Xiaoyan. Goes down the middle of Chong and Yun, and what a finish from Xu. Just when it looked like they were going backwards with nothing on, she pins her ears back and splits them.
Number 6 of China scored the try.
Split indeed. Zhu Xiaoyang. Electrifying pace. What's impressive is their spatial awareness. Look at this. She sizes up the defenders, see that one of them's come up too quick on the outside, Austin Thorne, and she just splits the two cover defenders in Chong and Cindy Jung and puts in the hard yards when she needed to. Great opening start.
It's taken out 5 defenders there. The miss kick means it's China 5, early lead over Hong Kong, who need to handle this restart. Christy Cheng is under it. This time she takes it safely and she gets taken ball and all. But Garvey gets over the top and secures the ball. Now it's Cindy Ewan. Natasha Olsen-Thorne goes in, makes a bridge. Here comes Garvey. She's got Cheng outside her. It's a good leg drive from Garvey. The one they call Rocky, but nicked away by Jiang. And again, these big wide passes are going to be hard to defend. This is Yu. Looking desperately was Candy Cheng, saying, have I got it? Have I got it? Yep, you've got it. She gets the penalty from Eunice Tay, and now Cindy Ewan up to the 10-metre mark. Here's Colleen Chosfold to Garvey. Tries to get something going. Can't get around the outside. Christy Cheng is on hand. And this is what she does. Takes those couple of metres when things are not going right. And the arm goes up again. Just not supporting themselves, China, at the breakdown. Nam Kar Man to Olsen Thorne. This is Cindy Ewan, scored a couple of crackers yesterday. Chong Ka-Yan tries to get round the outside of Tang Min-Lin. And eventually just gets bundled into touch, so not a very good use of the ball. And Jiang goes quick. This is Yu. She is big and fast. Look out, she splits down the middle of Chotsfold. Beats the last tackler, and Chosfold won't catch her. And Yu Xiaoming goes in for try number 2. That's the size and power of these Chinese athletes. Very impressive runners of the ball.
Well, it started with Jiang way back inside their own half to have the sense of purpose to play on quickly from the touchline. And I'm very impressed at their attitude to speed up play. And they get the rewards. Look at this. Really is a powerful runner, you. Goes in and around and deceptively quicker than she looks. Ends up coasting to just give a nice little buffer for China.
She nails, converts her own try. And gets us going and pops that right on the 10 metre mark, but Cheng decides to play it, knocks it on. Didn't look like it was going the 10. This is Xu looking for the wide speculator. Yu Li Ping. Ball in two hands, hard to defend, gives Garvey a fend in the face, who holds on for a moment. But that's good work from Nam there, trying to get busy at the breakdown. And now more of these big wide passing. Here goes Zhao, she's dangerous. This time she decides to deliver. Tang Minglin on the far side. Olsen Thorne is busy on the ball. Looks like she's won that for Hong Kong. Good work from the industrious Olsen Thorne. And her team Kanoa won there. She's diffused that situation. Now they have to work their way out of a very difficult corner. And they'll be able to do that with the help of a penalty. Olsen Thorne tries to go quick, but she's a few inches off the mark.
Yu, number 12 for China, just gets caught by the shirt, and Garvey coming in there, and you can see she's still wrestling her to the ground, but very impressed with Hong Kong counter-ruck.
So they've relieved a small amount of territorial pressure with that kick. Can they get up and take it? Yes, they can. It's Cindy Yuan that goes up. Chosfold's under pressure. Coming through is Yu Li Ping. Huge amounts of pressure, and she might be penalised for that. Yep, the arm's out. Here comes Tang Minglin, and she delivers. Try number 2 for Xu Xiaoyan. Side to side, and from a line out they won. Coming out the line very quickly and putting pressure on Chosfold. Forced the error. Turned it over, and it's try number 3.
And Xu Xiaoyang, another one of these star players for China. They've got good depth across their entire squad. Here it is, a simple draw and catch and pass. They had the numbers. It was a bit of poor defence by Chong in the end. Tried to get under it, but it was too much power.
Hard to stop from there, and China building an almost unassailable lead now. 19 points as the hooter goes. Hong Kong, can they score one here on the stroke of half time? Christy Cheng gets one around the neck. The arm is out. Olsen Thorne. This is Chong Ka-Yan under all sorts of difficult pressure, but coming back for the high shot on Cheng. And if they can't score one here, they're going to go into a difficult second half with everything on the line. They decide to take their time. China is plenty of time to prepare themselves on defence. Can they put on a killer move to go 70 metres? They fade right, they come left. Nam Ka-Man goes into contact, this diminutive Tigers player from Hong Kong. Garvey from the Valley. Olsen Thorne from Tigers. That's a good front foot ball to Chong and gives her a shot on the outside. She makes it to halfway. Who's there? Olsen Thorne. Can she pick and go? No. Garvey's made her way right across the field. Gets in there. Olsen gets off her knees and again puts in a bridge. That's good work from these three, just working down there. The three of them working hard. But again, relentless pressure on defence from China, and they earn a penalty. And they don't want to go to the break either. They want to put on a 4th try. That's beautiful, positive stuff from China. And here they come. Straightening up goes Jiang. It's taken to the ground by Cindy Yuan. Yu now up over the 22. Hong Kong needs to get back, get numbers behind the ball. They're all back now. Jiang now with another run. It really is relentless from China. they can do these one-up hits. They can spin it wide. They've got the big wide passes, the threats across the park. Chosfold trying to make things difficult there. Here's Yu on her own, up against Cindy Yuen. And she steps off the right. Chong can't come across. She splits them again. She splits the same two. 4 tries for China. A huge first half.
An excellent first half by Yu. Again, another one of these players that's emerging, that's multi-talented, multi-skilled, and she really did make Jung appear like a shadow.
Oh, what a kick. Unbelievable. Started to the right, brings it round. That's 3 tries for her. And it's China 26, Hong Kong 0. You might say an almost unassailable lead there. Showing absolute class.
The good sides can come back from 21, but if you're not in your gear and in your form, it's pretty hard to come back with that extra score of 26. I find it tough. You've got to give credit to China though, Grant. They are on fire. Look at this for an example of the talent this team has. Gives it an almighty woof. There's no breeze here, so let's just say she planned that whole trajectory.
It's top effort, is it? You know, there was a time when not many conversions used to go over. Here we see one of the 4 tries, the early one to Shu to get things going.
They've all got pace. They're big, they're strong. Here's the lady we're talking about, Yu, the first of her tries. Just coasting in. She's done all the hard work at the start of that play.
We talked earlier about the legacy of Ben Gollings, and you can see it lives on, even though he's gone. And taken over, Ma Feng has inherited the legacy of Ben Gollings, but I think they've taken it up a notch since then. The consistency is there, and that's the difference, and the fitness perhaps.
We talk about the counter-ruck and that New Zealand influence with Hong Kong, but China's counter-rucking and enforcing that turnover at the contact area has been first class too.
Here we go then. Hong Kong will have to score 4 converted tries to stay alive and reach the cup final. Chosfold with a nice little 12-metre kick there. Cindy Yuen comes through. Here's Zhao, not on the score sheet yet, but you've got to think she'll be having a sniff later on. This is Tang. Olsen Thorne gets her to ground. Gets herself up there. Look at the Hong Kong backs there. Must have been open play, but they were about 10 metres offside if it wasn't open play. Looked like a breakdown. Eunice Tay on hand, says it's okay, and that's Natasha Olsen Thorne making a nuisance of herself as usual, but she can't quite win the ball off the 3 China players. Now goes Jiang. Look at her, she's taking on Ivy Kwong, who's on the field, and she's too fast. Jiang is going to bring it round. An opening passage of play of about 2 minutes. And eventually it's business as usual for China under the posts for try number 5.
Well, if you want to make a statement to send a message to the opposition that you really want to crush them into the soil, score a try straight after half time and do it from 60 metres to show what sort of talent you've got as they convert. Look at this, just the big strides, completely goes around Kwong and Yuen, and then does a little bit of a slow goose step and a step, and then just takes off, and then goes, gives the ball a bit of a kiss, has a look and says thank you.
You beauty. She's got about 8 inches of height on Ivy Kwong, and probably 15, 20 kilos maybe, and still the pace to get around her with a bit of goose to help out. 33-0, look at that for a restart. Christy Cheng bats it back to Chosfold, tidies up. Here comes Cheng again, puts in the big fend, keeps it going. That's good leg drive. I'd say Hong Kong just lacking any line breakers really in this squad, with players like Aggie Poon back in Hong Kong injured. And there's an unfortunate knock-on, just knocked forward by Ivy Kwong, probably still recovering oxygen from that chase, and so a couple of subs while we wait for a China scrum. On come Chi and Wei in 8 and 11, and the try scorer, 3 tries to number 5 Yu. She's coming off.
Well, they've got depth as well, China. This is the other point of difference to them and the other teams. They can put these players on and they're almost as good.
A let off for Hong Kong, driving in early to the scrum. There's Lindsay Varty, who's on the field for Hong Kong. What can she do? And there's also Sham Wai Sum in 12-8, she's on. And Candy Cheng in 10. Anna Richards rolling the bench. Look at them coming out of the line there. Jiang, but she's offside this side this time. Eunice Tay won't be fooled.
She's a bit too keen.
It's not rugby league, you've got to tap it. Here goes Nam Ka Man. She's been working hard in this game. Josfold, Sham, Cheng, Varty now. Christy Cheng's out wide. Not known for her pace, but she tries to get on the outside of Tang. Cannot do so, and this is better play from Hong Kong through Sham. But look at the counter drive, the intensity from China, illegally this time, but nothing is easy. Every breakdown they contest. Cheng now steps inside to Sham, and finally they break this Chinese line, and that'll give the Hong Kong women some encouragement. Finally they've punctured this Chinese defensive line for a first try today.
Well, Sham finishes off a good passage of play for Hong Kong, their first try of the match. First game of the day if you just joined us, but they're getting, missed the conversion. Here it is, nice little ball from Cheng. Sham's there, pick it up, nicely done. Sorry, Lindsay Varty, then it went to Cheng, and a great try by Sham.
Great impact by all 3 bench players there combining. That one's not gone 10, and it's got a wicked backward bounce, so
you've got to get those right.
Shotsfold, to be fair, has been nailing her kickoffs, but not that one. She just went to try and go for the 10 metres. Here goes Chi inside to Zhao Ying. She's going to get herself on the score sheet. Try number 6 for this weekend for Zhao. She won't be denied. And they've gone 50 quite easily in the end.
Well, that's unfortunate by Hong Kong. They gave the ball on a platter to China. It didn't go 10 metres off the kickoff. You've got to give yourself that 50-50 opportunity to get the ball back in those restarts. And Zhao just went straight up the middle. Bang, lovely ball from Chi, and then who's there to receive it? Outpost the cover defence. Sham can't get there under the post.
14th try of the series. She's up there with Mayo Shimizu from Japan. Those two dueling it out for top dog. Incredible amount of tries. Colleen Chosfold takes it on the full, well managed. Candy Cheng. Here's Sham, the try scorer. Ivy Kwong takes it to ground. Look at the work there, the menace of the defence. Christy Cheng pins her ears back, goes hard. That's classic work from Christy Cheng. Sham now. Emily Sears on the field for Hong Kong on the far side. She scored a hat-trick yesterday. She's got 5. She'll want to see some ball in the next 30 seconds. This is better from Hong Kong, better into play, but Sham just knocking that on, unfortunately. And it breaks down just inside their own half, but much better interplay between the bench players that have come on.
They've had a bit of impact, the bench for Hong Kong, and that's what you want. You want them to be a catalyst. No disrespect to the starting 7, but China are just too good.
Mr. Huda has sounded 40 points to 5. Do China have any desire to score more? It looks like it. Unrelenting from China. They'll be going to the final. They want one more try to send them on their way as Jiang just rumbles it up across the halfway. Knocked down by Christy Cheng. That's clever work from the skip. Here's Emily Sieur, gets a rough ball from Chosfold, but can she repeat her performance of yesterday? No, she's knocked that on in contact right in front of us. So that'll be it, and we thought we'd see a closer game than that. 40 points to 5. China just underlining their dominance over Hong Kong so far in this series. And they'll be going forward to take on Japan in the Cup final. Tune in for that at 4:01 local time on rugbypass.com later today. Hong Kong will go through to play Thailand once again for the late 3rd and 4th playoff. And that's going to be a cracker because China are on fire, Japan are on fire.